Go.
All right, everyone, we're back. Very short recess, but yes, we're back in Marais de Tarascon. The last episode, we saw everyone arriving at this cursed town. They came across a funeral and proceeded to bed down for the night, only to cause some chaos in the morning.
I want some chicken!
No chicken for you. Constable Gremin was called in to quell the chaos, and Rejekt is going to be playing Constable Gremin now. Then they were ushered down into an alley where they found a barmaid, a woman that had worked at the bar that they had, or at the inn that they stayed in last night, dead in an alley, her heart cleft in two with a extremely wicked-looking implement and a piece of red licorice placed at the nape of her neck. And that's where we start our scene.
Can I still be, like, in the bar?
No. Guilt by association, you were ushered with them.
Well.
So which one of you?
Okay, so I'm with them. Okay.
Which one of you, messieurs, is leaving this candy with these corpses that then rise? You are not a gnome, you filthy kobold.
Much prefer the term dragon shit, Constable.
Shut your mouth unless it is to answer my question.
Constable, sir, we are just as confused as you are. Let me go and... Nana, go sniff it out. See what's there.
What are you doing with this animal? Why are you having it come? No.
Yep.
Do not have this animal come to my corpse. It's like, get this under control.
I told you, Pinkskin, that wolf wasn't going to be useful.
Fine. Nana, come here. The constable doesn't like puppies. He's a bad, bad man.
He's a dingus dongus.
Well, to explain ourselves, Constable, we arrived last night to witness the funeral that had occurred, and then proceeded to the bar. We met this woman. We were talking like old friends. None of us have access to licorice or such a jagged weapon. I'm honestly at a loss of words as to who would cause such a thing to such a fair maiden.
Real quick, Constable Gremin, since you are right next to the body, give me a quick perception check. That would be plus your wisdom modifier, and +2.
Now on. That's Gremin. Yep.
Which for you would be +3. So D20 +3.
6.
6. All right. Even without any sort of medical training, being this close to the body, first of all, it does smell an awful lot like blood. There's obviously large amounts of blood. You also, in the process of picking up the licorice and seeing the jagged wound, you had moved over the woman's left flank and noticed a large portion under her ribs had been removed from the side, almost as if whoever had killed this woman took a piece of her with him.
What is this?
Oh,
And now they're desecrating the bodies even more? I...
what do you mean desecrating the bodies?
With the amount of blood that would have been on created with all of this, do any of them have blood on them?
If they do, they don't show outward signs of it. But it's the fact that they are strangers to this town, and and all of this sort of horror that is plaguing the citizens has been happening far too soon to their arrival for it to be mere coincidence, at least in your mind.
Real quick, map is a bit out of focus.
I'm also zoomed in on a specific area because remember you guys had come down the alleyway here and had come down into this kind of central courtyard area where in the alleyway between those cottages is where the woman's body is found.
Right. I mean, it's just a little blurry on my end. Could you, I don't know.
Let me see if I can angle it up a little bit. Because right there at number 1 is where the inn is located.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Constable, I tell you on my own honor and to the honor of Bahamut himself, I wouldn't do this.
Bahamut himself? Himself?
Oh,
Can
sorry.
I do a perception check?
Not at 7 and 8. It's over here at between 6 and 9. Right about there is where you guys are. A perception check for what?
To see if I can see anything from where I'm standing to the body, to try and get a little bit more of a perspective of what the constable is going on about.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
10.
10? No. It's just a dead body. Obviously, you've seen plenty in your experience with fighting. You've fought with creatures, but this is the first human you've seen murdered this sort of way.
Okay.
Any of you have seen murdered like this? Except for Constable Gremin.
And you were saying, Constable?
Monsieur, nothing that you guys are telling me is leading me to any other conclusion than you are responsible for the atrocities that are happening in my town.
There was someone else with us.
He is
skinny-looking dude.
He is a esteemed member of my town. You are going to have me suspect an esteemed member of my town? How dare you, sir?
Absolutely not. I'm just wondering where he is, because he did bring us here.
He's right behind you. He's followed you everywhere you've gone.
Hey, can I have that piece of candy?
Constable, our intentions for entering this town were to figure out why this man, Luke, was muttering garbled phrases, and if we could, return him to his family. None of us have any desire to kill an innocent woman, much less one who has shown us such friendship.
You just expect me to take your word for this?
No, I expect you to take my word because I swear it is true on my own honor.
So you expect me to just take your word for this?
I assume from your point of view, yes. And my word probably to you isn't worth much yet. But I intend on making it be worth a lot more.
The code.
Constable, would you like to check our weapons to see if they match the damage? If there's any blood on them?
Yes, I will be more than happy to take your weapons.
Just to check them,
Mario?
of course.
Of course, monsieur. I will be more than happy to take your weapons.
Have weapons?
I think there's a language barrier going on right now. This great axe of mine was given to me by my father.
Yes, I inherited my weapons as well. I will hand them to you so you can check and show that my intentions are pure, but I would like them back when you are done.
I can't very well hand you my weapons. They're my hands.
That's true.
Well, actually, I could hand her. Oh, shut up. Gotta hand.
Trying to think
All right.
here.
I would say if you want to check through all of their gear to see if any one of them were to make be the murder weapon, you can make an investigation roll for each character. So give me 4 investigation rolls, which is adding your intelligence modifier plus 1. So for you, it would be,
real quick.
or sorry, plus 2. So it would be plus 4.
Okay. Real quick. We're still in the place where the body was, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have... I have an office or whatever, right? I have...
Yes, right over here at number 5. That is Constable Gremin's house and the jail. You know that the interior of the cottage has been converted to be either a storage facility or a jail.
All right, I want to go there. Actually, I would like to usher this whole little group over to there and no longer contaminate my little
Crime scene.
All right, yeah. Messieurs, to finish this conversation that we are having, and I say that with as much contempt as I can put into my voice, and without you further contaminating my area of crime scene, we are going to go to my office for further inspection of your weaponry.
Fine by me, Constable, lead the way.
All right. Constable Gremin takes you back out to the main road. Here you see the father that had performed the funeral rites yesterday, out in front of the church, kind of observing all of the passing people, making sure that everyone is kind of in good spirits. You could stop and talk to him. You know, Constable Gremin, you know his name to be Father Brushin.
I do go ahead and pause and
Quick question.
Sure.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Can you hear the washing machine in the background?
Only when you talk,
Okay.
and not really that much right now. Okay.
no, I do apologize because I will have a very hard time with the accent sometimes.
That's fine.
Father Brushin.
Yes, Constable.
Yeah, there has been another incident.
Another. Is it one of the sickness?
No.
It is another murder.
Yes.
Unfortunate.
I know.
Why would anyone take the opportunity to perform such grisly acts when there are much more pressing concerns that plague this village? And that's when Father Brushin looks up and he sees Luke kind of following around behind all of you. And he kind of is started at first. And Luke, what are you doing outside of your cottage?
He just started following us. We came into town and shacked up at the local inn.
The young man, I fear, is not in his mind. His older brother was killed not too long ago. They were chasing some sort of dream in the graveyard.
What do you mean by dream?
It's they asked for some sort of guidance from me. And after the incident, him and his middle brother, Jean, brought Marcel to my temple and asked me to revive him. I had spent all of the magic that I possibly could to bring their brother back. But I'm afraid he was the first among all to be risen from the dead. Jean would have none of it. And Luke, I'm afraid, could barely hold together from the strain. I've been the one that has been keeping good care of the boy. I'm glad that he has found such faithful stewards, but he needs to be cloistered away from people.
Now your temple, was it?
Yes.
What is the god that it is a temple to?
I don't worship gods. I find such things to be folly. Instead, I am a shaman of the natural forces within Saranya.
I see.
The wilds speak to me as much as any god.
Right. What part of the wild speaks to you?
It all does. We are all one with the great maiden of the swamp.
Maiden of the swamp. The tribe that I come from has two primary forces, and we particularly call them gods out of simplicity, but one of those forces is the goddess of death, and the other force is the god of life. And as you can see on my left arm, Olvir stretches out his left arm, revealing tattoos dedicated to the goddess of death. And I don't know.
You are a long way from home. I am afraid whatever gods you might have worshipped have no sway here.
It's just interesting because there was a story I was told when I was a child, by my mother, who was a seer, who she talked about the Lady of the Swamp.
Was your mother of Istana?
My mother never went back into her past. She just...
The gypsies usually cannot be trusted. Their machinations are much more sinister than you might imagine. And he looks at you kind of with distrust.
So what you're saying, Father, is the traveling merchants that brought each of us here are the enemy that I have been smelling, for lack of a better word, ever since I arrived. They smell of evil.
This whole place is evil. It is infinitely apparent now. You can shoulder the burden and continue on and help the population, or do as Constable Gremin says. Either way, eventually the swamp will take us all.
Good people.
What do you mean by that? Continue on. And save. Or do what Constable's told us.
The constable is looking out for the rest of the village. I pray that the village is not lost, but there sometimes needs to be consideration given for the eventuality of the loss of civilization.
Chicken.
Yes. Chanty will
Well-
get you chicken. Just wait.
Yes. After we clear up this misunderstanding with the good constable, we shall, if we can, not only give our little one chicken, but save this village if we can, or die trying. At least I will.
Die? Okay.
When you say "or die trying," a peal of thunder cracks across the sky.
Yeah, that's not
Die
creepy at all.
If what the father says is true, that our gods have no sway here, then that thunder is little more than a sign of nature. Rather than...
Father, can you talk to the constable about us and the murder?
I am afraid that I cannot verify your whereabouts from before. The constable has his duty, and so do I.
So, enough with this talking. Father,
Enough with the talking. Get to the chicken.
take care of the maiden's body. while I see to these messieurs.
All right. And with that, Father Brushin bows and heads off in the direction of the murdered woman's body. I'm guessing you lead the rest of the party to the constable's cottage.
Yes.
The interior is pretty sparsely furnished. There's a desk. There's a converted area of the wall that had been erected of stone rather than the woodwork that almost every other cottage is made from. And there's an iron gate that blocks off that corner of the room.
Okay. Alright. So,
Part of the reason I'm so silent right now is because there are people that are inside my door. Sorry.
How shall we do this weapon check, Constable? Shall you disarm me, or shall I give you my weapons freely?
if I must disarm you, then I will arrest you.
Very well. Have my sword and warhammer, the only weapons that could possibly even make us something similar, and I tossed them both onto the desk.
If everyone follows suit and disarms to have their weapons inspected, Rejekt, all you need to do is give me an investigation check for each character. So,
Alright.
it's a d20 plus 3.
Plus 3. I went ahead and I rolled, because I am driving, I rolled a 20, a 6, a 19, and then a 23, which that one was a natural 20.
Okay. So the 6. You have a longsword and a warhammer, right?
Short sword and warhammer.
Short sword and warhammer. The short sword, you believe, might be something that could potentially be the murder weapon, but you are uncertain. None of the other weapons seem like they could have inflicted the wound that killed the woman. But the short sword does seem like it could have.
What should I do?
I'm sorry?
I was thinking, I give back the obvious weapons that came from the two that did not, did not do the wounds.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's 3, because I was assuming that you were also checking Garin's weapons as well.
Right. No, Xelthor said that his character actually didn't have any weapons on him.
I thought you have at least like a dagger or a crossbow or something like that, Xelthor.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah,
Hang on. Checking. Little character sheet. Where to go? Oh, light crossbow and a dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that you'd said all you had was your hands. So
That's true. I completely forgot about that.
I was just going off of what you said. All right. Then I give all 3 of those back, and I'm looking at the one that's been professing his innocence.
Mm-hmm.
And I, like, this weapon here. It appears that it could be the weapon that has been causing the wounds. What say you?
If I were to strike any person with either of my weapon who was innocent, I'd sooner use it on myself. That's what I say. Not kill an innocent person. All you have is my word, but I assure you, my word is my bond.
Gonna insight check him. But
Sure.
I need you to do the roll for me, though, Inquisitor. I'm sorry.
Sure. No, it's fine. Natural 20. You believe what he's saying is absolutely true. He is being very concise, or very concise and
Genuine.
genuine. Yes, about.
About everything. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I go ahead and I hand him back his weapon. And I say,
Sorry about all
it's
that.
just,
That's fine.
I still don't completely trust you. There is much trouble in my town, and you are new and untrustworthy just for that fact right now. But I find myself in a position where I must also ask if maybe possibly you can help.
That is what we've been trying to tell you is our desire ever since we met, Constable. I'm happy you trust us, at least somewhat now. Oh, for freak's sakes.
Sorry, I was doing dishes.
That's fine.
You're fine.
Yes,
Got all
Constable.
your...
We'd be glad to help you. Can you give us any details that might be able to help us out in helping you out?
People, they get sick, and then they die, and then they rise. And then people are murdered, and now the bodies, they are being desecrated, and there is candy being left behind.
Candy.
You saw the licorice?
Yes, I saw the licorice. I'm trying to put the pieces together. Sorry.
Speaking of the licorice, can I have that? Chicken.
No.
You would know that in town there actually is a candy store that does sell red licorice. You've investigated it before, but there are far too many people in town that buy red licorice that it would be impossible to narrow it down between any of the villagers.
Okay. Okay, you said that this was also the house that I live in, right?
Yes.
I happen to have some food stores in this house then, right?
Yeah.
I go over to my food stores and I because by now the little kobold's hands have been untied,
Mm-hmm.
and I get a small chunk of meat and I toss it at the kobold. Not even caring if it actually, and he's able to catch it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't he have to do like an
He's a
acrobatic
kobold.
check?
He's got a high enough dex. I'll say that he's able to snatch it and just kind of gnaw at it,
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
all happy like.
So, in a town where it takes getting accused of murder to get a kobold a piece of chicken, what does it take to actually get to the bottom of these murders and desecrations?
If
Mostly,
only.
I just want the kobold to shut up.
It's also dried chicken, so it doesn't taste very good, and yeah, it's usually just pieces of meat, like not like off the bone. So
You know what? It was salted at least.
yeah.
I already ate. You tell me.
Kobolds will eat anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
We gotta put this to the test one time.
I like your thinking, human.
Never mind. We're gonna talk about this later.
Okay, can we leave now? That we're not like.
You do know.
Yeah.
You do know that it is getting fairly late. Between every interaction, having to deal with the murder, meeting with Father Brushin, and then the investigation at the constable's house, you know that it is getting fairly late at night. And with the interaction at the inn, they probably will not let you back there.
So we gotta find another
crawl through
place
the
to sleep.
windows.
Perhaps we should get Luke back to his home and see if they'll put us up for at least one night as a...
Can I stay in your food stores?
You also know that it is far too late for cordial callings. If you do so this late at night, people will probably not be very receptive.
Well, you accuse us of murder. You probably still want to put us in a cell. I have no problems with sleeping in a cell for a night as long as I'm allowed out in the morning.
I have a problem with sleeping in a cell.
The cell doesn't need to be
Then
locked.
Then you could sleep on the streets, human.
There will be no sleeping on the streets in my town.
Understood, Constable.
Well, I don't sleep in cells.
Well, without the streets being an option, it's either the cell or the wilderness. Your call.
Technically, your cells don't sleep either.
Whatever you choose, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good.
Sarashaw walks into the cell.
Yep.
I walk into the cell after him and just lean up against the wall, and Nana curls up beside and plops down and goes to sleep.
Yep. Okay. So I'm assuming everyone beds down.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, as you are taking your rest, every single one of you is very suddenly and violently jostled awake by a terrible stench, almost as if you have stepped into a grave.
Ew.
I need everyone, including Schoolboy, to make one for Nana, to give me a Constitution saving throw. So just tell me what you get on the D20 for Nana.
Okay, I'm rolling for Nana first. 19.
19, okay.
And then a 17 for me.
I have 20.
Oh, wait.
I'm having
Constitution?
really good rolls. Holy shit.
Yes, Constitution.
Mine would be a 12.
Constitution plus 4, 17 plus 4 is 21.
Okay. Constable Gremin?
20.
Oh, you need me to roll it for you?
Yeah, I'm almost to my destination. Sorry,
Okay.
I had to leave for work.
All right. Of everyone, the only one that is affected is going to be Sarashaw.
Obvious.
When you are jostled awake, everyone is subject to this horrible, stench, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sarashaw, you're the only one that it affects so potently that you actually are forced awake and vomit all over the cell near where you were sleeping. You are unable to contain it. It is absolutely foul. Everything that you were, that you'd eaten the previous day is completely evacuated from your stomach.
Ew.
You are also completely incapacitated for 1 round. So.
Yeah, because I'm busy hurling up my lunch. That's what I get for having a divine sense of smell.
And what did you get there, Chanty?
I had a total of 20.
20. Okay. Give me another
Getting
roll
really
with
good
disadvantage.
rolls.
Give me another roll, technically because you have disadvantage. Because you're the one that had eaten most recently.
True. For a Constitution?
Yeah.
Oh. You know how I just said really good rolls?
Yep.
Total of 4.
Alright.
He stopped chucking his lunch too.
That's bullshit.
No, it's even worse. You start to develop a fever.
Uh-oh.
That's bullshit. I already rolled. Whatever. It's the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are you're feeling nauseous. You're not taken out of incapacitated entirely, but yeah, you're running a fever. It feels almost as if you can't get comfortable. You're breaking out in hives, cold sweats, all sorts of stuff that has to deal with you being ill.
I have no clue how kobolds can even have a fever, but it's showing signs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shanti dude over there is... Oh god, this reeks! What is that smell? Olvir says as he's has a handkerchief over his nose.
Yeah, I'm busy hunched over my bed, spilling everything out.
I'm
Do I
gonna go in.
recognize the smell?
Yes, you've actually experienced it before. You also know that almost as if an ominous foreboding, that smell accompanies someone dying of illness.
I'm gonna go check outside. I'm just gonna peek out the door.
Okay.
Telling me I'm gonna die.
Give me a perception check.
Me?
Yep.
12.
12. You're looking around in the streets. You don't see anyone else out in the streets. Almost as if the curfew that Constable Gremin had instituted is being strictly followed. And while you're scanning the area, trying to look for any sorts of movement signs, you notice one thing: somewhat of a reflection, almost as if there's liquid pooled in the streets. On closer inspection, you find that, first of all, it smells absolutely awful. Second of all, it seems biological in nature, but it's not necessarily blood, and it's not necessarily flesh.
Oh, do I have anything to scoop it up with?
You're afraid that if you touch it, you might get some sort of horrible, disease.
End up like your lizard friends.
Constable, has this always been in the streets when this smell occurs?
You've found that several times before. Yes, you have found these sorts of trails. You've also tried to follow them as best you could. Even hired some of the local wolf hunters and farmhands to try and find the source of where these trails lead, but none of them have been able to pin it down.
Okay. Yes, monsieur. And every time we have tried to track them back to their source, we cannot find the source.
May I ask how you tried to track the source?
We have used our farmhands and some of our finest hunters.
I don't want Nana getting too close. In case she gets sick.
Do you really think that we mutt of a dog can do better than my finest hunters of my city?
No offense, Constable, but I don't think your hunters have a wolf like mine. Still a pup, but she can sniff out, when she wants to, the sneakiest, most cunning fox and bring it home in under an hour.
And you are comparing what is going on in my town to a fox. Brilliant.
I'm saying what I'm saying is maybe she'll be able to help.
As the two of you are arguing in the street, why don't you both give me perception checks?
12.
Wait a second. Sorry. Inquisitor, I rolled an 11.
An 11. Okay. How much did you roll, Schoolboy?
12.
12? Okay. Both of you immediately hear the sounds of screaming coming from down the lane towards the inn.
Constable, lead the way.
Go running towards it.
I
you-
follow.
Are you both leaving Chanty and Sarashaw behind?
Well, I'd assume Sarashaw at least would be done giving up his stomach, and Sarashaw, once able, would proceed to attempt to use the Lay on Hands secondary ability to heal 1 disease per 5 points of healing on Ur'Chantik.
Okay. I will say then that what happens next, you are both 2 turns behind. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Both of you run to the inn and look into the windows as you approach the front door, and you see the signs of several people running, chaos, lights going in and out, almost as if someone carrying torches or lanterns are moving about erratically, and you hear screaming, crashing, thumping. As soon as you open the door, you find one of the barmaids and another man that had been sitting here are looking somewhat gray and pallid, and have cornered the daughter of the bar owner's their daughter. Roll for initiative.
What's initiative again?
D20 plus your dex mod.
17.
Is that for me and Xelthor as well, but we skip our first 2 turns?
Yes.
All right. 11.
7.
Xelthor?
What'd you roll
Roll
for
your
your initiative?
D20.
What am I doing?
Rolling.
Rolling
Initiative.
20s for. I'm rolling. Am I applying things to it as well?
Your dex mod.
Dex mod.
Dex. Okay, total of 13.
13. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Schoolboy, you go first.
Okay. Oh god. I'm gonna look over at the constable and shrug my shoulders. I'm going to be sorry about that. Using my fist instead of my axe because I don't want to kill the person. I just want to incapacitate them.
I thought you said your ass for a second.
No, axe. Because I'm assuming
I
they're
got
still
that.
alive. I'm assuming they're still alive. Or wait. What would I would not insight. Perception? Would I do a perception check to see if they're still alive?
No, it would really be more knowledge nature.
Nature?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for that.
Okay, that's your bonus action.
Okay, so 19.
You venture a guess, given the pallid, flesh tones of their bodies, that these people are no longer among the living.
Okay. Okay. So, with that in mind, I am. I'm gonna use rage. I'm gonna get into rage.
You've already used your bonus action.
Oh right. Okay. Never mind about that then. Derpy derp derp. Okay, so I use my great axe and hack away at eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The dad. Or the man, I should say.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
D20 plus whatever relevant bonuses for your weapon.
Uh-oh.
What? Uh-oh.
What is my weapon? Just my strength mod?
It should be strength plus 2. Strength mod plus 2.
19.
All right. That would be a hit. Roll damage.
D6?
Are you using it one-handed?
No.
Are you using your fist or your axe?
My axe. The great axe is two-handed. I think.
Great axe says 1d12s.
Yeah, 1d12 slashing.
Oh shit, where's my D12? Oh, there it is. I got a 7.
Okay.
What's the plus slashing?
No, it just means that that's the type of damage it does.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So 7 damage. 7 slashing damage.
All right. After you is technically Xelthor, but he has to miss this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rejekt.
Go ahead and attack.
Okay.
I'll go after the. You said there's 2 of them.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and go after the other one.
All right.
17.
17, it's a hit.
Oh. For 6 damage.
Okay. All right. Then it would be Eeyore, but he's got to miss his turn. The one that Olvir attacked first is going to spin on his heels and try to bite him.
Ooh.
With a natural 20.
Oh.
That would be a 6. So 12 damage plus 1, so 13 damage.
Unless he is hardy as shit, he's down.
You're
This one
a
is-
barbarian.
Are you at 0 hit
Yeah.
points?
No, my AC is 16 plus 2.
The natural
my
20
initiative is
still
plus
hit
2.
you.
Natural 20 is
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
always hit. How many hit
Always
points
hit.
do you
No, I
have?
have 2.
How many hit points
2
do you
hit
have?
points.
Grand total.
2. 2.
2 left?
15.
Oh, you have 15? All right.
Yeah, 2 left.
The other one is going to spin and attack you as well.
Fuck off.
That would be a 19 plus 4, so that'd be a 23. That's a hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Another 4 damage.
You're on the ground.
So you are dropped to 0 hit points. What happens when that happens is that you are no longer in the fight, and when it gets to be your turn on the initiative pass, you have to make death saves. All right.
Okay.
Until you are healed and brought back to at least 1 hit point, you are making death saves.
Okay.
All right. So after that zombie is the woman that they were chasing. She immediately looks over at both the constable and now the barbarian that's been brought down by these two madmen that have been attacking her, and she screams and runs further into the inn.
Oh, fuck.
Top of the initiative round. Schoolboy,
D20?
roll me a d20 and tell me the result.
10.
10. That's 1 success. You do that 3 times to stabilize. And you're riding the line there.
Oh, fuck. I fucking hate you.
R.I.P. school.
All right.
Go
30 up.
After that would be Xelthor, who is
Yes.
1 turn away. So next turn you can act. After that would be Rejekt.
All right. I go to hit one of them again.
Okay. Which one? The one you've already attacked or the other one?
Yeah, the one that I've already hit.
Okay.
The woman.
18.
That's a hit.
7.
Okay. After that would be Eeyore, who's...
Hey, can I move?
Oh, yeah.
I want to move my
I will say this. If you do move, since you've already attacked, it will provoke attacks of opportunity. Since you are currently threatening.
yeah. Can I bonus action disengage and then move, or is that still gonna?
No, only rogues can do that. I say,
Okay.
remember, you're a rogue. You normally play rogues, but yeah, no.
I know.
Constable Gremin
Well.
is not a rogue.
That's fine. All
Yeah,
right, then never
the only
mind.
way you can disengage like that is if you use your action, not your bonus action. The only people who can do that
Yeah.
are rogues. So
That's fine. We'll just stay here and take the chance then.
okay. The zombies are gonna then turn on you.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? One of them will attack Schoolboy while he's prone.
Oh my god.
And that would be a 16 plus 4, so it would be a 20. I don't need to roll damage against you. What that means is that's an automatic death save failure. So you're 1 out of 3 strikes.
God damn it. These zombies.
Just don't roll a 1 on your next initiative pass there, schoolboy. All right. After that would be the other zombie.
The other one
needs
needs
attack Constable Gremin. Another natural 20.
You got some lucky dice there, man.
Another 13 damage. I rolled the maximum amount.
You know what that takes him down to?
Yeah, I do. All right. Top of the initiative. Schoolboy. Hope your luck is still holding out here.
Come on, school.
19!
Yeah,
Right.
What?
That's another success.
that's a save.
All right. Xelthor, you're up. You've just arrived to this scene. You see one zombie on the ground munching on a passed out barbarian, and the other one fighting with a Constable Gremin who has a horrible gashed wound on his neck.
Fuck, dude. Which one has less health?
Schoolboy,
The one that's on. No, the zombie.
The zombies.
The one I'm fighting has less health.
Yes.
But
Alright, so I'm... Okay, right.
sure.
I remember what I'm fucking doing. I want to hit the one with the least amount of health.
Okay. With what?
Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt. Okay, that's what, a Constitution or a Dexterity saving throw, right?
I'll have it for you shortly.
Actually, Xelthor,
No, it's charisma.
shoot the one that is on school with that.
Right.
Because it will
Okay,
last
I'll do that
longer.
then. Okay. I'll shoot that one, and I think it's charisma.
Hang on, I got it.
Right.
It'll be his actual spell save DC.
Oh no, you have to roll to hit.
I'm confused. I'm just gonna roll. and
Yeah,
then
roll a
Tell me
d20.
what to add.
Roll a d20 and add your spell attack modifier.
Spell attack mod. Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh. It stopped on 19 and then turned over to 1.
I hate you!
So that's a 5.
Sorry. Nope. Yeah, in the fray and in the panic, you fire off a witch bolt, and this arc of lightning shoots across the room and strikes a curtain.
Yay. Flaming Curtains. That's another good band name right there.
Yeah, I know, right? And with that is now Rejekt.
I strike out at the one that's still on me.
Okay.
I jinxed myself so hard saying I'm getting really good rolls.
Uh,
I forgot to knock on wood.
24.
That's a hit.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. You pierce the zombie straight through this barmaid who, up until recently, was a living person. You stab your rapier right through her jaw, and you see the point come out the top of her head, with a little tiny bit of the top of her skull, stuck to the end of the rapier, and bits of brain matter kind of slowly sliding down the tip of the sword.
Swish and flick. Swish and flick.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Oh god, you guys.
However,
It's 19 again.
even though you have stabbed her through the jaw and have the rapier poking out of the top of her head,
Nat 20.
she's still scrambling forward to get you with claws.
Yep. I know.
Eeyore.
Too
I will
often.
fucking kill you.
Eeyore, you're up.
Well, upon seeing the scene, I grab my warhammer with both hands, barrel towards the zombie on top of Schoolboy, and attempt to bash its skull open.
All right.
Eeyore, do you not have like a area effect heal spell? First
No, I
heal?
do not. I'm a level
Nope.
1 paladin, and I've already used all my lay on hands.
Yep. Treating, yeah, because it would have been really bad because every single attack that Xelthor would have to do if he didn't cure him of that disease would have been with disadvantage.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, he already did it with disadvantage, basically.
Yeah.
So, shall I roll to hit with two-handed warhammer strike?
Sure.
16, the relevance will be okay, that's 21.
That's a hit.
And two-handed with my warhammer will be a D10B. That's 6 bludgeoning damage to the poor
6.
creature.
Bludgeoning damage. All right. It looks fairly injured, but it is still fighting. Turn comes around. The one that's on Schoolboy will attempt to continue munching on him. Very, of one single mind. That would be a 17 plus 4, 21.
Oh, God.
That's another death strike.
But School, you just gotta make one more to stabilize, but then he's gonna munch on you again, so then you're still gonna start all over again.
The other one is going to continue to bite Constable Gremin.
Yeah.
Or this.
That would be a 17. So plus 4, that would be a 21.
The thing was through its mouth.
Yes,
So-
it was. And you
But he
would
can
think.
still claw me.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Why
Yep.
is it biting if it's on the sword?
Because it can.
That's the zombie side effect that I was talking about earlier when you guys were mentioning the difference between skeletons and zombies. It's called undead
Zombies-
fortitude.
You were planning this from the start.
Well, that's why I was paying attention to the information he was giving when he said zombies and skeletons.
Yeah.
But
That would be another 6 damage against Constable Gremin.
no,
Constable's down.
Hot gobbler.
God damn it.
Made it fairly clear. Constable was doing as much damage as Constable could do before Constable fell. Okay.
Top of the initiative, Schoolboy. Be the hero you need to be, Schoolboy.
Do it.
Be a hero, baby.
14!
You stabilize. However, don't forget,
Yay!
your two
It doesn't.
your 2 death strikes stay. You need to have a long rest before they go away. That means that you are at 0 hit points. You're not back, but you're no longer dying. All right?
Oh. Oh.
So you can't fight back. Not yet. You need to have at least 1 bit of healing before you can. After Schoolboy would be Xelthor.
Okay.
Do you have anything that can heal Xelthor?
No.
I think the only one that does
Sorcerers.
is...
That would be.
Yep, the only one that does is Eeyore. And he's already
And
used
mine's
it.
all used up.
Yep.
I
Well,
hate you.
I can't use Witch Bolt again, right?
You can.
Right.
I
But
can't
that
use
would
Witch-
be
I
your...
can't use Witch Bolt?
Yeah, that would be your second spell slot. So after that, you're resigned to only using cantrips.
Oh,
Use
okay.
some
Witch Bolt-
cantrips.
What? No, we're gonna Ray of Frost the zombie on School, and I rolled a total of 14.
14, that's a hit. So roll your d12 damage.
D12.
Yep.
Right. That would be this one, because I have this dice now. 2.
2.
2?
A base 2. Is there something I need to add to it, or just that's it?
Nope. No. Unfortunately,
Okay,
you don't
so-
get to add any constants right now. Yeah, sorcerers do get to do
Yeah,
that
it's-
later, but only to their cantrips, not their spells. Okay. But here's the good news.
Cantrip.
So
Ray of Frost is a cantrip.
Yes. So long as you maintain the spell, when the turn comes around next time, you don't need to roll to hit. You just roll d12 for the damage.
Oh, okay.
All right. So after that would be
Wait,
Rejekt.
what was the
He
good
making
news?
us that he doesn't have to make. He's just got to maintain the spell. He doesn't have to roll to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a
Failed to save.
fail to save. Under 10?
Yep.
Nope. As long as it's not a 1.
Rolled a 6.
Alright.
Yep.
One failed. Then it would be Eeyore.
Yep. Quick question.
Yep.
Can I drag Schoolboy about 10 feet before shifting towards the one that's probably going to start munching on Rejekt?
You
Like,
can.
I want to drag and then attack the other one.
You can, but to do so would provoke attacks of opportunity.
Move him out of the way, or... Shit.
This is brutal.
Yep.
Hard call.
Get the one
Well-
that's after Rejekt. Get the one that's after Rejekt.
Yep. Because I know
no.
I know how Undead Fortitude works. I rolled to hit and hit high enough. He won't be able to make his save, and that zombie's going to be dead. So I'm going to shift.
Kill the one that's on school. Party members before NPCs.
Oh, right. Rejekt is an NPC.
How about the alternative to getting rid of the zombie on Schoolboy? Basically tackling it away from him. Shall I do that instead?
You can, but you won't do any damage to do so.
It'll save Schoolboy.
Whatever you got to do to save school. Party members
I
before
rolling for?
NPCs.
Inquisitor,
so
what am I
you can-
rolling for in order to tackle the zombie off of poor Schoolboy?
You can, if you so choose, to just attack rather than do that. Because if you tackle the zombie, and try to move him, it's not necessarily going to do any damage. It's just going to move him.
And if I roll and miss, or I roll and do low damage, Undead Fortitude will allow that zombie to keep munching.
Well, Undead Fortitude only matters if the zombie's brought to 0 hit points.
Very well, against my better judgment, I'll just give it another bash with the hammer.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 15 this time.
That's a hit.
Another 6 damage.
Another 6. Well,
If it dropped to 0, your Undead Fortitude DC will be 11.
both zombies are at the same amount of hit points. After that would be the zombies go. The first one that's been munching on Schoolboy will turn around and try to munch on Eeyore with a 21. Rolled another 17. This dice really likes to roll 17s. 7 damage.
Ow.
Hey, that's not that bad. Considering he'd been rolling and hitting us for 13.
Yeah, I rolled 2 natural 20s. Yeah. The other one is going to turn around and munch on Eeyore as well.
Great, I get them both.
14. That's a miss, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Top of the initiative. Schoolboy, it would be you. You would have to make a death save, but you are stable. So you just can't do anything right now.
What about? Never mind. She's too young for combat.
Yep. Non-combatant right now. After that would be Xelthor. Now, you can choose to maintain the Witch Bolt that you currently have. In that case, just roll a d12 for damage.
No, it's a Ray of Frost.
Well, no, he cast Witch Bolt last turn. You can maintain that spell. It's a constant.
No,
it's a
it's
concentration spell.
Ray of Frost.
Hang on.
I thought you said you cast Witch Bolt.
That was the first one.
He did that the second time. 2. He used his second spell slot to cast Witch Bolt.
No.
Nope. He decided to use
Ray of Frost.
To Ray of Frost.
So that he didn't use up a spell slot.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at Ray of Frost's damage. Because I told you to roll a d12 because I thought you were using Witch Bolt.
I think Ray of Frost is the same.
Ray of Frost is 1d8. So, tell me that next time because I thought you were casting Witch Bolt. It doesn't matter too much because you only rolled a 2, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. I don't even know what to do. Oh, right, d8. Okay, so...
If you're going to be casting another spell, you're going to have to roll to hit. The only kind of spell that you can maintain like that you don't have to need to roll to hit the second time around is Witch Bolt.
All right, then let's do Witch Bolt for real this time. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Which one? The one to my left or the one to my right?
Which one's which?
The barmaid
The
or the
male
man?
or the female?
Doesn't matter. They both have only, the same amount of hit points. So.
The barmaid.
Okay.
I'm rolling the d20. 8.
8. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
that's a hit. Roll a d12.
I'll take it. And then after the d12, you add?
Nope, there's no add.
You don't add nothing to the 12.
Just a d12. That's the roll to hit. The d12 is damage.
Oh, I know, but I'm confusing myself. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. When you cast the spell, you need it. Oh, it's 8 damage. Okay. All right. After that would be Constable Gremin. Give me a death save.
Second failure. 9.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. Eeyore.
Would there be a method that I could position the zombies side by side before attacking?
They kind of already are in a segment because there's only 2 of them.
Range from me to the zombies, and range between each of them.
I would say if you wanted to do that, to use your breath weapon, I'm assuming.
I'm trying to get them both.
You could, but you would provoke an attack of opportunity from only one of them, since the other one has been reduced to 0 hit points.
I'll test my luck. DC will be 11. Constitution, by the way.
Okay. Well, first of all, I get to roll to attack. That would be a 20.
Oh my god.
Nat or non-nat?
Huh?
Non-nat.
A non-nat.
Good.
It was a 16 plus 4. You took 7 damage as you backed up.
And the damage I took last turn, because I've been forgetting to add it.
Was 7. So you're at a total of 14 damage.
Then that attack of opportunity has led me to being downed.
All right.
Xelthor.
All right, so the first Zambo that's down fails,
What'd
it's
I
Constitution saving throw. So the witch bolt immediately snaps back into your hand as the man or the barmaid's body crumples to the ground.
Okay.
What did I do though? I
No,
heard my name and people.
You are.
I don't get it.
You're the only
only
one up,
hope.
man.
Yep.
Luke
Yeah.
Skywalker that shit.
What?
One zombie
You are
versus
our
you.
only
You've got to
hope.
kill the other zombie.
What do you mean by Luke?
It's all riding on you now, man.
All right, so we're gonna keep with the witch bolt there.
Well,
No,
first of
it's
all,
dead.
Roll.
Which bolt
First
is
of-
gone? You're
Oh,
down
never.
to your hand
Okay,
check.
then just kidding. Lol. Just kidding. Yay.
first of all,
Yay.
hang on. The final remaining zombie stands up and looks across the room menacingly at you. Its hands covered in blood after taking down Sarashaw, and it slowly stalks the room towards you.
Oh.
I rolled a 16 to hit you. Does that beat your AC?
My what? Hang on.
AC.
I'm
Your
sorry.
armor class.
Armor class. Armor class is 16.
Okay, so that beats it. If it equals or exceeds, then it beats the armor class. I just did 3 damage to you.
I have 5 HP left.
Top of the initiative. Schoolboy, you're still down to 0. Then it would be Xelthor.
Come on, Xelthor.
Okay, so
Zap this
out
son of a
spells
bitch.
then. So I got to Ray of Frost this. Natural 20.
Nice.
Yes!
Oh!
Roll your d8 and double the die.
Wait, as in roll twice or roll once and double it?
Roll once.
Yes.
Whatever the result is, double it.
8.
Nice.
16.
16.
So
Wow.
16.
All right. So we've got to
Okay.
we've got to go through the motions to finish it out. Constable Gremin. Give me a success, Constable Gremin.
No.
Well,
Is that it for the? Is that it for the good constable?
okay.
Consti's dead.
Constable Gremin rolled a 5.
Yep. Constable Gremin is dead.
Cool.
Oh, fuck.
Eeyore, give me a death save.
Success, 15.
All right. Zombies time. You know what my DC to finish this is? Or
21.
to live? No, 26.
Really?
Oh yeah, no wait, you're right. 21. I got a 2. So when your ray of frost hits the man in the head, his whole head freezes into a block of ice. He falls backwards, and his entire head shatters.
Oh, thank God. That's over with.
Now I kill all of you.
Oh, no. Make a medicine check on me. I need to get stabilized.
Yeah, if you want to
Have to take 'em.
stabilize Sarashaw, you're going to need to roll a medicine check.
Oh. Oh, I can actually use that. I don't know how to do that. Okay, I'm assuming
D20 plus your medicine.
D20. Medicine would be in wisdom. 17 plus 1. That's 18.
18? Yep. Sarashaw is stabilized. He's no longer dying.
Yay!
The scene when the barmaids and everything eventually file back into the room is one of chaos, blood everywhere. There are 2 dead people sitting around, like with their entrails pulled out, their head frozen and shattered, a rapier piercing the top of a woman's skull, so on and so forth. Two passed out heroes, a little kobold standing over all of this carnage, and the town constabulary is now eradicated.
Woo!
I apologize for dying.
I am the ultimate life form. Give me chicken.
Wait. Why didn't anybody like NPC for Garin?
Garin would have made the difference. He would have made the difference in all likelihood. He's the cleric.
He would have, yeah.
Why didn't?
That's the risk you take when not everyone is here.
Well, Garin was passed out in the cell.
Yep.
From the smell.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't here.
Passed out the cell from the smell.
I guess in
Is his
hindsight,
name really Mel?
healing Xelthor of his
it ring a
affliction
bell?
was actually the right call.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, now what?
Yo.
Now we need to get into bed and finish the long rest to... actually a short rest for our hit dice, and then a long rest to counteract our death saves.
So
Maybe,
does this
maybe
mean you're
you
going
get
to
the
buy me
priest to
chicken for
come.
saving your lives?
Where's the priest?
Resurrect the constable.
Guess not.
As soon as the only other remaining barmaid, the one that you had chatted up when you first arrived, her name was Katha, sees all of the stuff, especially what had happened to the constable. She immediately runs out, saying that she's going to get the shaman.
I hate zombies.
And with that,
Hey.
since it's an additional hour and a half, I figure that would be a good time to stop.
Yes.
Everyone got 25 experience from the fight.
When do we level up?
300.
Oh.
So I can't remember exactly how much that puts you guys at.
88 apiece with the exception of Garin, which is still at 63.
No, everyone, including Garin, will get the same amount of experience. I don't like giving anyone deficits like that.
Okay, 88 apiece.
I will say this, though. Xelthor, rolling with everything that had happened, especially with you wanting, I want my chicken! And stuff like that, I'm going to give you inspiration.
What does that mean?
Nice.
What that means is
Yes.
at any time that you don't think that things are going well, you can use that point of inspiration to have advantage on a roll. It's only usable once, but yes, you can do that.
What do you
Saved
mean
by a
advantage on a roll?
kobold.
Advantage. So you would you roll a d20. It rolls like a natural 1. You go, okay, I'm going to use my advantage or my inspiration point. You pick up that d20 and re-roll it.
Oh.
All right. So that's what we'll call it today.
Okay.
Good for another impromptu D&D session. Everyone on the edge of their seat with that combat.
Fucking hell.
Why you do this to us?
Dude, that was brutal.
Like,
That was brutal.
I'm taken down with, I'm the barbarian who has, like, fucking the best armor, really. And I get taken down within, like, two hits.
turns. Yep.
That's what we get for splitting the party.
All right. So we will pick it up next time we are able. Good session, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Real quick.
Yep.
Just gonna say, use this as a reminder. Although we saved the barmaid, never split the party.
Or you end
So,
up with a dead
From now on, we should
constable
just wait until everyone
and
when
our
the stars align.
and our 2 French line fighters down, bleeding out on the floor.
All right.
All right, see you guys.
Have a
You
good one,
guys
guys.
did great, by the way.
Next
See you
Later.
guys later.
Duh.
D&D